Kusha Kapila has started a brand called Underneath, which is now one of the fastest growing startup in the Indian innerwear industry. And to understand why this is such a very big deal, let me give you a little context. Zivame took 8 years to generate 142 crore rupees revenue, but is still struggling in losses. Clovia took 10 years to generate revenue of 171 crore rupees, and again, it's also struggling in losses. And then there comes Underneath.
She launched a brand by the name Underneath in April 25, which just hit 150 crores ARR in the last 8 months.
A mass premium shapewear brand Underneath crossed 150 crore rupees in annual recurring revenue while remaining EBITDA positive in less than 8 months since its launch.
The reason why this is extraordinary is not just the speed. It's that while Zivame and Clovia, with all their fundings, years and backing from Reliance, are still struggling to get the profitable, but Underneath figure out how to make money from day one. And if you think this happened because Kusha Kapila is famous influencer on internet, then you are completely wrong, because if that would have been the case, then
We'd have 500 other influencers doing 150 crores, but we don't.
this is carefully built business with real insight, a real product decision and real distribution strategy behind every single move. So in today's case study, we will try to understand how Underneath cracked 50,000 crore rupees market that other brands had failed to serve properly. And most importantly, what are the strategies that allowed them to build 150 crore rupees annual recurring revenue while staying profitable in just 8 months. To understand the Underneath story, we first need to understand the problem it was built to solve. And for that, we need to look at how Indian women's innerwear market was structured before Underneath even existed. You see, Indian innerwear market is worth of roughly 50,000 crore rupees, and it's one of the fastest growing segment in entire apparel industry. But having the largest market is not same as having well served market. Because on one hand, we have legacy mass market brands. Those products are available in every general store and every kirana store across the country. And these brands' products are made for convenience, priced cheaply, sized loosely, the fit is mediocre, fabrication is average, and this sizing is based on whatever was convenient to manufacture at scale, not on what actually fits the Indian female body. And on the other hand, we have premium Western brands, beautifully packaged, strong branding, priced at 800 rupees to 1500 rupees per piece. But the fundamental problem over here is these brands were designed for Western body proportions, different shoulder widths, different threshold length, and different body ratio than Indian women. So even when Indian women paid premium price, the fit is completely off. So in this large market, you only had two options. Option 1, buy cheap legacy product that fit poorly and feels worse. Option 2, buy expensive Western design product that also fit poorly, just at higher price. And by the looks of it, this gap was so obvious that you would expect someone would have already solved this, right? Well, not really. Because identifying a gap and actually building a product that fill its genuine integrity are two entire different things. And this is exactly where Underneath comes in, where they made their most important decision. They decided to rebuild this sizing system completely from the scratch for Indian bodies. And this single decision is what separates Underneath from dozens of innerwear brands. Those are launched with good intentions but quietly went nowhere. So, to understand why this is a big thing and why this matters so much, we need to understand one specific thing. And that thing is original Indian body measurement data. You see, here is what most brands completely skip. Most innerwear companies, even the good ones, take Western size chart, adjust them slightly and put their own label on it and call it done. Because it is faster and cheap and it requires almost no original research. But underneath refused to do this. Instead, they went directly to Indian women across cities, across age group, across body types and collected actual body measurement data. They studied how Indian women's bodies are proportionated differently from the Western, different torso length, different shoulder to hip ratio, different breast tissue placement, different average cup to band size combination than what any Western chart assumes. And then they build their own entire sizing architect around this original Indian data. This means when an Indian woman order a product from underneath, the product was designed from day one to fit not how any Western size chart assumes. And the practical result of this is transformative. The return rate of product from underneath dropped drastically because customers were actually getting the products that fit. Repeat purchase rate shoot up because once a woman find a brand where things actually fit her, she came back again and again. And word of mouth exploded because nothing makes a woman recommend a brand faster than telling her friend she finally found innerwear that fit properly. But there is more to the product strategy. Underneath, they did not just fix the fit or size, they also fixed the fabric, the construction and the finishing, all specifically optimized for Indian climate conditions and Indian skin types. Entry-level product first and deepen the trust later. And it is a masterclass in customer lifetime value thinking. Now, this is when Underneath further move ahead to tackle the second challenge of their business. And that was the barrier of communication and brand voice. Because even if you have a perfectly fit product, but if the way you talk about it makes your customers uncomfortable, confused or unheard, you will never build real loyalty among the customers. Because typically, innerwear brands in India choose one of two communication styles. Either they go completely sterile, plain white background, technical product short and clinical language that feels like reading a medical brochure, or they go completely opposite direction. Use heavily sexualized advertising that makes average Indian woman feels like that product is not made for her for daily life at all. And because neither approach speaks honestly to a woman who just want comfortable and well-fitting products for our daily life, but Underneath did something fundamentally different. Underneath did not bring celebrities, they did not run emotional campaign. Instead, they decided their brand voice would sound like a conversation with knowledge, warm and like a honest friend. Their content is talk about the real thing in plain language, like why do bra strap fall off your shoulder? Because the band is too loose. And this is just the one thing I have told you. There are so many things that Kusha Kapila generally talk to their audience or explaining the things in a simple language.
So इस ड्रेस के नीचे मैंने पहना क्या है? What's up जानेमन्स? कुछ दिनों पहले मैंने ये ड्रेस पहनी थी और आप में से कुछ लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा था कि What are you wearing under? स्वागत है आपका एपिसोड 1 ऑफ What are you wearing under? ऐसी ड्रेसेस के नीचे पहना क्या जाता है विदाउट स्पिलेज? हेलो एंड वेलकम टू एपिसोड 2 ऑफ What are you wearing under? कुछ शो इन ड्रेसेस के नीचे आपके बूब चिकवा हुआ इन प्लेस कैसे रहते हैं? हेलो एंड वेलकम टू एपिसोड 3 ऑफ What are you wearing under? कुशा यार ड्रेसेस छोड़ ये बेसिक टॉप्स के नीचे अपने टीना और अंजलि को कैसे मैनेज करना है? Welcome to episode 4 of
अंदर से कोई बाहर ना जा सके
पर हम बाहर से अंदर आएंगे on What are you wearing under?
This kind of practical, empathetic and genuinely helpful communication was completely new in Indian innerwear category. And because of that, it did not feel like advertising, it feels like information. And when customers encounter this voice for the first time on Instagram, on YouTube or the website, their reaction was completely universal the same. It was the feeling of Finally, someone is talking about this the way I always wanted someone to talk about it. And this feeling of being genuinely understood is the most powerful brand building tools that exist. And no advertising budget in the world can manufacture it. And lastly, what I personally love about Underneath is that they consider one factor that most fast-growing consumer brands completely sacrifice in a rush to scale, and that is the ownership of customer relationship. And this is where their distribution strategy becomes a genuine masterclass in modern brand building. When Underneath launched, they made a very deliberate decision. That is, a direct-to-consumer website would be their primary channel. Not because it was easiest channel or it will give them a high immediate sale volume. In fact, it is actually the hardest channel to drive the traffic, and other marketplace platforms do that far better efficiently. But because owning the D2C channel meant they own their customer data, they knew who was buying, what size, what style, and from which city, how often they come back, what they searched for before they bought, and what made them leave without purchasing. And this data is not just useful for marketing, but it is the foundation of every future product decision, every size update, and every new category launch. And if Underneath had started as a marketplace first brand, their sales number would have been there, but the customer relationship would have lived with the platform, not with Underneath. And the moment larger competitor offered the platform a better margin deal, Underneath visibility would have been disappeared overnight. So, D2C first approach protected them from this vulnerability. But Underneath was also smart enough to know that D2C alone cannot build the scale they needed. So, after establishing their core customer base through D2C, they expanded strategically on Myntra and Nykaa, not to replace D2C, but to complement their sales and visibility, because Myntra and Nykaa brought them discovery. And that's how these platforms became the top funnel acquisition tool, and D2C website became the long-term retention engine. And if you think that's all, they did not stop there. They added one more channel that most innerwear products had never explored, and that is quick commerce platforms like Blinkit and Zepto. Just take a pause and think about what this means. You were traveling and realized you forget a pack of product, but you need replacement urgently. And because Underneath is available on Blinkit and Zepto, which means you can receive it at your doorstep in just 10 minutes. And let me remind you, quick commerce for innerwear is not about impulsive buying the way it is for snacks. It's about solving the urgent and practical need instantly. And the brand that present in that moment of urgency build an incredible strong impression, which Underneath understood this very early. And this is how Underneath evolved to achieve 150 crore rupees annual recurring revenue in just 8 months while staying profitable. And for today, that's all from my side. And if you learned something very valuable from this case study, then please make sure to share this case study with your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one.